Hey guys, Kevin here, and what I'd like to do in this video is show you this. This is the Elgato Stream Deck. Now, I did an unboxing the other day, and I have set up the Stream Deck as best as I can. It's something which will probably evolve over time, but what I'd like to do in this video is show me using it, show you my computer screen, and it'll give you a better idea of what this is and what it can do. Essentially, what this is a dock with 15 controllable buttons that you can reprogram and do whatever you want with it. Now, there's other things like that out. You know, if you go into Amazon, you'll see lots of programmable docks, some with 20, 30, even more than that, you know, a lot of buttons on it. And you can program them to open apps, play music, put volume up and down and things like that. That isn't unique. There's other solutions out there if that's all you want to do. Where this excels is the fact that it's geared towards gaming and recording and live streaming, and there's very good support. You know, the Elgato update this a lot, and that is why I think many people, especially YouTubers and, you know, Twitch streamers, etc., are using this rather than alternatives. I'm quite happy with it, so that should give you an idea of how this review is going to go. You know, just in a short period of time, I've been very impressed with what it can do. I picked it up for around £120. It's about $150 in the USA. If you can ever pick up second hand, you know, maybe you'll save a little bit of money. But, you know, as far as I'm concerned, it's money well spent. So why is this money well spent? Well, I'll show you. Let's jump over to the computer, and I'll put my overhead camera over the Stream Deck so you can see exactly what's happening in real time. And that'll give you a good idea of basically what's happening, how this works, how it interacts with your computer. So let's do that now. So I'm over at my computer, and I'll turn on my overhead camera so you can see what I see. I'll just bring this up for a second and show you the Stream Deck. This is the Stream Deck, and I've been, you know, setting it in like that, so I've got it at an angle. But for the purpose of this tutorial, what I'm going to do is take that off so that I can zoom down and I can show you how all of this works. So I'll put the camera the top right hand side so you can always see what I'm doing here. This is the Stream Deck. 3 rows, 5 icons, so that's 15 icons total. And you can see here the software. Now the Stream Deck software that I've got here on the left hand side, this can be downloaded from the Elgato website. You just go to the downloads page and you'll see it there, Stream Deck for Windows. There is a Mac version as well. So the first thing you'll notice is that when I push a button on the Stream Deck, you know, the changes here are duplicated on the software. And, you know, the software and the Stream Deck are always in sync. It's really good how they've got it set up. It really does work very well. So how it works, well, it's pretty simple. You've got all the different buttons here. Google Chrome. That just loaded Google Chrome, but it's opening it up on my laptop screen, so that's a bad example. Try it again. Yeah, it's still opening my laptop screen. I've got my YouTube videos. What I'll do, I'm going to keep Google Chrome open there. YouTube videos. So you can see there, when I click on YouTube videos, or I click on my website, it goes straight to my website, YouTube videos. So it works quite well, and I've got a few different things set up here as well. I'm actually hearing myself through OBS there. It's not good. Yeah, so I've got folders. These are profiles. This button here is for switching profiles. Switch profile it is. And I've got 2 profiles. This is my kind of main setup. This is what I'll be using most of the time. But when I'm live streaming, these are the icons that I will be using. You can see I've got 2 folders down here. I've got websites and tools. Tools are just, you know, FileZilla for uploading files, TextPad for, you know, editing code, and then some of my websites, and I've got the print screen button there as well. Now I'll just go in there. I don't need the print screen button there, so you can just go in. You can actually right click and delete, or alternatively I can just click delete on my keyboard. Oh, I actually clicked I went to cancel there. Right. There we go. It's gone. You can move things around, you know, place them into folders. It's very, very good how it all works. So as far as the Stream Deck, as far as all this goes, the software, you can see at the top, I've got default profile, streaming, and I can create my own profiles. In the account area, I can add Twitter and YouTube. You can add Twitch and Tipeeestream as well. You can adjust the brightness of the Stream Deck, make it as bright or as dull as you want it. You can see the brightness going up and down there. And the good thing about profiles is that you can call them what you want. You can export them, back them up. You can duplicate them. So say, for example, I want to create another profile for my other YouTube channel. I could duplicate it and then modify it to suit my needs. You can delete it, obviously, which I don't want to do. So I'll just show you what's down the right-hand side of the page. So you've got your buttons. When you click on a button, any button, jump back. When you click on any button here, it will show you what's actually happening. This is system open. This is system open there as well, showing you what's happening. That's a hotkey. That's a hotkey as well. That's a website. So that's an app open. So that here is showing you what's actually happening. That's system open, which is that, and that's for opening applications. Now you've got game capture here, which is the software for from Elgato. There's Tipeeestream, which is a kind of tipping donation type of thing that is popular with Twitch users. It does work with YouTube as well, I believe. You've got OBS Studio, which is what I use. Game Capture's got a lot of cool things there, streaming live commentary. XSplit as well, screenshot, microphone, speakers. Twitter, you can send a tweet. YouTube, you can see your viewers, you can send a chat message. Twitch, there's a huge number of options compared to the other ones. Play advertisement, sub chat, slow chat, emote chat. There's a system, and then Stream Deck. So you can see on this page, I've got you know, a few different things already. So if I go into tools, create a folder, I could create another folder there, test, and I could put more apps there. So you can go down as many layers, you know, as many levels as you want. But I don't need that. It's the same with switch profile. On this screen, I could put a switch profile button. And, oops. Now I can switch profiles. I think it makes more sense to place the stream profile somewhere kind of more prominent at top level. It does depend on how you want to set it up, though. It really does depend. So, you know, it's really simple how it all works. You know, say I want to open an app. What I would do, so here's FileZilla, right? So this is the file. I'll put this one here again. Now you can see it's got this kind of boring icon. I could just type in FileZilla, and that will come in on the Stream Deck as well. You can see it, you know, when I type it, it's happening at the same time. You can align the text there, top, middle, or bottom. Now, I'm not a big fan of the text. I don't like how it kind of goes over the icon, and I just think, you know, graphical images are better. So what I've been doing is searching for icons. So I would type in FileZilla icon. I would find a suitable image. I would download it, and then I would come back here, and I would double click. You can see I've got one saved here already. Open it up, and there it's here, and it's changed on the Stream Deck already. It works very, very well. Everything works really, really quickly. Now, one of the cool ones I really like is the fact that you can print screen and paste. So, you know, if I open up Photoshop, for example, I'll bring it over to this window, and you can see that earlier on, I was creating images and icons. Now, what I'm going to do is print screen and then paste. Look at that. Print screen, paste. Very, very simple. And as someone who takes a lot of screenshots, You know, when I'm working on websites and I'm writing articles, I always have to print screen and then take, you know, crop images and things like that. This is going to be very, very useful for me. And I could see, you know, as far as profiles go, I've just got a default one and I've got a streaming one. But long term, what I might do is create another one for Premiere Pro. I'll create another one for Photoshop, you know, for copy paste and, you know, common commands. As and when I use the apps, I will maybe just jump over and add a new tool or a new app to open. And 6 months from now, this is all going to be different. It's going to have more icons. It's going to be more integrated into how I use it. It does work very, very well. And the hotkey thing is really cool though. You know, like the print screen, all I did was push the print screen button and then I just uploaded an icon. That's it. That's all I did. And you can move these around. You can delete them. So I want to show you my streaming profile. And if you are a streamer, if you are someone, you know, who streams online on YouTube or on Twitch, then how you set up the Stream Deck and how you set up the streaming element of it, it really depends on how you stream. You know, you have to make this work for you, and I've got it working the way that I work currently. So I'll show you what I mean. You can add this switch profile button at any time. You can move it around, but I like up at the top left there. It means that I can just, you know, top left, always switch between them. So this is my streaming deck, my Stream Deck, my streaming profile. And this is what I would be using whilst I was going live. And it's got, I'll show you exactly how I've got this set up. Now, again, if you don't use OBS, some of this might not be relevant to you. Check out some other tutorials as far as XSplit and game capture and things like that go. But in OBS, you have mixer audio if you want, but that's not something that I ever see myself using. I don't want to modify audio during a stream, and when I do, I probably want to do it through OBS itself. I don't want to do it through, you know, I don't see myself having to turn on and off anything at a touch of a button. It's not something I think I'll need. What I've got here, YouTube Live. This is just a link to my live stream. So if I'm live, I can click on that button and I can see my live stream. Now that's quite useful sometimes just to check that everything is streaming okay, the quality is good, and I can hear, you know, the audio is coming through okay. Now, what I'll do now is show you the Twitter functionality, and this is quite cool as well. So you imagine that I'm streaming. I've got my Stream Deck in front of me, and I've been streaming for a few minutes, and then I forget that I haven't sent a tweet yet. This tweet says, I'm live on YouTube. Come watch me live at KevMuldoon.YouTube, Kevin Muldoon live. Watch this. One button press. If I go to my profile now, I'm live on YouTube. Come watch me live, which I need to delete because I'm not live. That's something that I think is going to be very, very useful. It's something I'm probably going to use every time. After starting streaming, once I know that everything's set up okay, I'll click the tweet button. Very, very good. Now there it says viewers, and this is the YouTube option, viewers. And when you're live, that will say 0, 1, 2, 5, 10, 100. Doesn't matter. However many viewers you've got, it will be indicated there. And, you know, this will be facing me, and I can see whether, you know, my stream is becoming popular, how many people are watching. It's very, very interesting because it will influence how you're interacting. If I see, for example, there's no one watching, I might go on a mad rant. If I see there's 20 people watching, I'd maybe start asking questions of the people who are watching so that they interact with me. Now, you've got chat message as well. You can send a chat message, but that's not something I think I need. So what have we got underneath? Right. So these are icons I've set up myself. Again, I just downloaded icons. I changed a few images myself and things like that. And it makes sense to me, and I'll show you what it all means. So in the middle row here, I've got my scenes. In the bottom row, I have my sources. And if you look down at here at OBS, scenes, sources. So let's look at the middle row first. I've got my webcam. I've got my main camera. I've got Firefox and webcam. I can turn my webcam on. I've got the Elgato. Well, I should have the Elgato. Okay, so that's not showing the Elgato there. So what I can do is I'll go in. I can see that's not been assigned. Only Elgato. So if I jump back to Firefox, Elgato with webcam. So it must have not been set right. So that's coming from my mini SNES. So I've got webcam, main camera, webcam, main camera, webcam, main camera, Firefox and webcam, Elgato, which is the mini SNES right now, Elgato with my webcam. Now I've got two more at the bottom. I've got only Firefox and I've got SNES game and webcam, but those are kind of just variations, because if I switch to Firefox and webcam, down here I can change the source. So effectively that just makes it only Firefox. Look at that. So the middle row, the way that I've got it set up here, these are 5 different scenes in 5 different situations. So I've got my webcam facing forward, main camera there, Firefox, and then my gaming. And my gaming sometimes won't be gaming. The Elgato is named the Elgato because sometimes it will be an overhead camera. So that's why I've called it the Elgato. Now, these are all scenes. Down here I've got sources. And again, a source, it's kind of self-explanatory. You know, a webcam's a source, a camera's a source, a browser's a source, anything, any content that you use to put together to create a scene. And what I've done is placed one type of source directly underneath one of the scenes. So you can see here, this is under the scene option, you know, and the mixer audio thing, I don't think it's too, well, personally, I don't think it's useful. You've got scene and source. Under scene, I don't know how you change this collection. That's one thing haven't figured out. I'll just point that out. But under here, you've got scene, and I've just, you know, matched it up, only webcam. And you can see when it's not selected, you can make it kind of gray, or if you want, you can change the icon. Underneath, what I've done is the scene is only webcam and the source is laptop screen. Now, what I can do is I've only got the webcam is like show my laptop screen. And that's quite useful sometimes, because, like, you know, say I want to show you my levels. This is what I'm speaking just now, you know, my levels. I can put it on and off. And I can see from the Stream Deck if it's on or off, you know, by the light. I could change the icon and things. The other one I've got here, the main camera. Now I can show the gaming. So the gaming's there, gone. You know, I'll move these things around over time. Firefox, put the webcam on and off. Only the Elgato. And then I've got live comments. Now I don't have live comments on just now, but that's what it would load. You can see the icon here. When I'm pushing the button, it's changing there, but it's also changing live comments. And what that is when I go live, I will load up the live comments from Google Chrome as a pop-out window. Sometimes it helps me, it means that I can show the comments live on air, and I can show other people so that in the recording, people can see what's happening. And you can see here for Elgato and webcam, I've got the same display live comments. And that would just pop up the window with all the comments with people talking to me. So, you know, look at how easy this. Normally what I would have to do is come here and then click on it whilst I was, you know, talking. But now I can just quickly change to the scene. I don't even know what camera to look at because I'm moving so quickly. The key thing here, I would say, I just loaded up Premiere Pro by accident. The key thing here is that everything is quick, everything is in sync with the deck, and everything is customizable. You can change this all the time if you want. This is a work in progress for me. It will be. I know that I'll be changing this over time. I know that I'll add some icons and buttons, and then I'll figure out that I don't actually use them that much. Over time, this will evolve. I'll probably add other profiles. I'll probably add other folders and organize things differently. And, you know, over time, I reckon I will change and I will be using it in different ways. But from a productivity point of view, from my home profile here, default profile, it's really going to help me, you know, just do things quicker. And, you know, I've got all my apps down here anyway, but it's just, it is, I know it sounds lazy, but it is quicker when you're opening and closing apps a lot. It is easy to just, push a button and then it loads up. And with this streaming, there's so many things I love about this. I love that I can click on the live button and I can see, this is just a website one. That's all I've done to create that. I've just went to system and website. And all I've did is just link to my YouTube page, and that's going to allow me to check the health of my stream. I can tweet one button there. I'll make sure I don't push that too much. I can see my viewers and I can change my scene. It works really, really well. And that's the key thing about this, is that it works really well. It does exactly what it's sold to do, So yeah, the buttons themselves are quite soft and they're kind of like jelly-like. But there's basically just like the little screens in there. All in all, it's very easy to use. I realize I haven't showed you everything that this can do, but I hope I've shown you the potential of what the Stream Deck is possible. What is possible with this. It really is a fantastic little device. Well, I hope you have all enjoyed this quick look tutorial review of the Elgato Stream Deck. I think it's a really, really cool product, and I think it's going to help a lot of people. It is quite expensive, I guess. It's £120 in the UK. It is $150 North America, around the world will be a similar price. So there will be a lot of you out there that this, you'd maybe like to get it, but you think it's too expensive, and I can totally understand that. I think when you buy any type of equipment, you really do need to justify it. And if you just stream for fun or record for fun, or you're not making a lot of money yet, then it's a lot of money to put out. There are other things out there. There are other programmable pads, where you can control the buttons. But I think Elgato, where they're kind of ahead of the competition, is the integration with things like Twitch, XSplit, their own software, OBS, of course. I've only really scratched the surface, really. I hope I've given you a good overview. Hope I've showed you what this can do. But there's a lot of things I've not looked into. I didn't even look at the, multimedia. I haven't really, you can set it up so you can change the volume, skip tracks, play, pause. But from a productivity point of view, it's not something I really need. And because I've got an audio interface, I can just change the dial there anyway. But I hope that I've given you an idea of how this works by showing you OBS. But I know a lot of you people out there aren't streaming OBS to YouTube. You're streaming to Twitch. You're streaming using Game Capture HD, or you're streaming using XSplit or something like that. So please do go out to, go on YouTube and search for tutorials, Stream Deck, and then what you would be using. So Stream Deck, XSplit, Stream Deck, Twitch, or whatever. I kind of touched upon, like with Twitch, there's a lot of different things that you get for Twitch in the Stream Deck software that you don't get for OBS. You get some, integration for advertisements, for chat, for donations, and all these other things. So before you buy this, think about how you would use it. For me, I think this is a good purchase, and I'm glad I bought it, because for me, if you subscribe to my channel, you probably noticed this the last few weeks. I've been doing a lot of focus on equipment, recording equipment. I got a new camera, I got a new webcam, I bought the Elgato Cam Link so that I could stream from this camera and, record games at the same time. All of these purchases and all the direction I'm going is to, well, one, make better videos, higher quality videos, two, be more productive, and three, just have a better recording environment for live streaming and for recording. I like the idea of Stream Deck saving my time, because live recording, I would say, is one of the most rewarding aspects of having a YouTube channel or a Twitch channel. It really is great interacting with people, talking to people live, chatting to them, getting to know them. It's better than, it's good getting comments from people in your videos, but actually doing it in real time is a lot of fun. I would say, though, that live recording is a little bit of a juggling act. You've got OBS open, or whatever you've got, whatever you use, and you're trying to change scenes, you're trying to change the setup, you're trying to show people, and you've got the mouse going everywhere. You need to make sure you don't do anything you're not supposed to do. it's kind of like juggling a lot of balls, and you know, you have to make sure nothing drops or the stream messes up. It's not too bad, but I think anything like Stream Deck that can make it all flow a little bit better, a little bit quicker, a little bit more professional, then it's worthwhile. I will be using this for, you know, just from day to day from a productivity point of view, but I'll be using it with recordings like right now, and I'll be using it with live streams. So this is something that I don't think I'll ever regret buying. I'm very happy with it. A part of me does think it would be great if there was like 20 buttons or 25 or 30 buttons or 50 buttons even. But I think one of the best things about Stream Deck is that it's light and that it's small. One of the reservations that I did have before, because I read a few people saying it, was that the cable isn't long enough. But the cable is about 3 feet. And if that doesn't stretch to where your desk is, then I would just recommend using a USB extension cable. They're very cheap to buy. This only uses USB 2.0. You don't have to worry about any kind of transfer rates. In fact, I've got the Stream Deck connected into my monitor riser, which is a USB 2 hub built into it with 3 USB ports. So there's no problems. This isn't transferring a lot of data. You don't have to worry about bandwidth in the same way that you would with like an image capture device. It's USB 2.0. It's fine going into a hub. So if you need to extend it, extend it. But I think most people, if you've got your Stream Deck just a few feet away from your computer, you're not going to run into any problems like that. So guys, I really do appreciate you watching the video. Please do leave a comment below if you've got any questions regarding the Elgato Stream Deck. I've been Kevin. My second name is Muldoon, and I'm very happy with this. So I'll leave some links to the way you can buy it and the official sales page and all that, and find out more about it. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching and take care.